Hey, let's dive into a big question for crypto traders. What's the best time to trade cryptocurrency?
That's a topic everyone's curious about. Timing can really make or break your trading results, right?
Absolutely. Crypto never sleeps, but does that mean every hour is a good hour to trade?
Not really. Even though the market's open 24/7, some hours are a lot more active than others.
Exactly. Did you know the busiest times usually overlap with traditional financial markets?
Yeah, especially during the overlap between the US and European market hours. Liquidity tends to peak.
With more liquidity, you get tighter spreads and less slippage, which is great for traders.
But have you noticed that high activity also brings higher volatility? That can be both a blessing and a curse.
True, volatility creates opportunities, but also risks. New traders often get caught off guard during these periods.
I think it's easy to get pulled in by sudden price swings. You might feel like you're missing out if you're not trading at those times.
The classic FOMO, fear of missing out. But sometimes trading during quieter hours can actually be less stressful.
Definitely. Lower volatility can mean fewer surprises, but also fewer dramatic gains.
There's a saying, slow and steady wins the race. Maybe that applies to crypto during off-peak hours.
But do you think there's a universal best time for everyone, or does it depend on individual strategy?
Good question. I think it really depends on your goals. Day traders might love the chaos, while swing traders could prefer calmer periods.
For me, I like to check the Asian market hours too. Sometimes big moves happen overnight, if you're in the US.
Right. There are often news releases from Asia that can shake up the market while Americans are sleeping.
And let's not forget about weekends. Crypto doesn't take a break, but volume can drop dramatically on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah, weekend trading can be a double-edged sword. Thin liquidity can lead to weird price spikes.
I've seen some wild price swings on Sunday nights, almost like the market's warming up for the week ahead.
Exactly. It's like crypto's version of a Sunday night football game. Unexpected drama.
So, if someone's just starting out, do you think they should stick to the high-volume windows?
I'd say start there, but don't be afraid to experiment. Track your trades and see what works for you.
That's solid advice, and it's important to remember that market news can disrupt any pattern.
Right? Major announcements or global events can make even the quietest hour suddenly very volatile.
It's like waiting for a thunderstorm. You never know exactly when lightning will strike.
Perfect analogy. That's why having a plan is essential. Don't just rely on timing alone.
And speaking of plans, do you use any tools to help decide when to trade?
I do. I check trading volume charts and use alerts for price movements in certain hours.
Same here. Plus, I always look at historical data to spot patterns across different days and hours.
Patterns can be useful, but they're not foolproof. The crypto market loves to break its own rules.
Absolutely. It's like the market has a mind of its own, always trying to outsmart us.
That's what keeps it interesting. But back to timing. Do you avoid trading during big news events?
I try to. The unpredictability is just too high. Sometimes it feels like flipping a coin.
Agreed. Some traders love that adrenaline, though. Maybe they secretly want to be in a casino.
There's definitely a gambling side to it. But for most people, calculated moves beat impulsive ones.
For sure. So, do you have a favorite time of day to trade?
I usually prefer the late afternoon UTC when both the US and Europe are active. It feels like there's a rhythm to the market.
I get that. I like early morning UTC for similar reasons. Lots of activity, but not too wild.
It's funny how everyone finds their own groove. Some people even base their schedule around crypto trading.
Yeah, I know people who set alarms for the middle of the night just to catch certain moves.
Now that's dedication. Or maybe just a little bit of obsession.
Maybe both. But it shows how timing is personal. There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
That's the big takeaway, I think. The best time depends on your goals, risk tolerance, and even your sleep schedule.
And your coffee supply. Can't forget that.
Absolutely. No one wants to miss a good trade because they ran out of caffeine.
So, to wrap up, would you say timing is more art or science in crypto trading?
A bit of both. There's data and patterns, but also instinct and experience.
I agree. Maybe the real secret is balancing preparation with flexibility.
And never being afraid to learn from your mistakes or your successes.
For our listeners, what's your experience? Have you found a golden hour for trading crypto?
Or do you think the idea of perfect timing is just a myth? Let us know your thoughts.
Thanks for tuning in. Remember, whether you trade at midnight or noon, and always trade smart.
And maybe keep a pot of coffee handy, just in case.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.